Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over on the YouTube account and we're looking at the new event that is up, and I want to break down exactly how you do this and how to maximize the Celestial Isles. Now this is an event that if you've been a player that we've seen for years, you're really used to this now, but if you're a new player to AFK Arena, there is a very specific way to do this. So looking at our loot and looking at your loot selection in here, if you do not have Beast Resonance 18, meaning all of your beasts are at level 18, you're going to go ahead and pick this baits. Now, the baits, of course, very important. Do not underestimate the power that beasts do have within this game mode, or really within this game, because it does make a big difference when you get that Beast Resonance 18. Now, if you're already at 18, you are not going to choose out the baits. You want to actually focus on the red chests in here, and then, of course, thinking of things that you cannot normally get. So if you're earlier in AFK Arena, it might be good to get some of these primordial or amplifying emblems, even looking at the shards or the pokecoins, but all of these you are going to get, and you're going to get on a regular basis through purchases in the store. There's going to be you're going to get to a point where the primordial and the amplifying emblems you're not going to use. And of course, looking at pokecoins, even though you buy pokecoins, you are going to use them forever. Every single new hero release is going to require pokecoins. And my final one out of here would be right here with our Twisted Essence. This makes a really big difference. Now, Twisted Essence, you can only get every 2 days within the Twisted Realm. And unfortunately, it's pretty limited. You can get it a couple other places, but to get it in bulk, like an event like this, it is really important. So every floor that you go in here, you are going to get resources and you are going to be rewarded, which is awesome to see, because essentially this is a place, again, that you can get a lot of loot. Now, the trick is the 10th floor. The 10th floor is the magical floor. This is the one that you want to get to. And when you do get to the 10th floor, so every 10th floor, 10, 20, 30, 40, so on and so forth, you're going to get all of the rewards out of the 10th floor, and you want to do this every time. Now, of course, when it comes to the floor, you want to focus on your elemental cores, which are right here, your red chest, and then your Stargazer scrolls. They are going to be your 3 priorities. And honestly, if you're looking in here, getting the baits out of here, it would probably be a big priority depending on where you are. So really kind of breaking it down, the first 4 items that we have, the baits, the cores, the red chest, and of course the Stargazer scrolls, this is going to be dependent. Again, if you're on level 18 Beast Resonance, I would not do the baits, and I do not buy the baits at all. Cores are always going to have red chests you're going to use, and then of course your Stargazer cards. Now, if you have a majority of your primary meta within the Celestials and the Hypos, so looking at Libirda, looking at Lucilla, looking at Lavatoon, looking at Demia, if you already have all of those in the primary, might behoove you, if you're not at 18, to get baits, but honestly, any of these first 4 are going to be very important to go ahead and build out of here. Now, of course, they did add in this Path to Riches. This is going to give you rewards as you're progressing through here, as you're giving kind of like a secondary incentive. When you're pulling everything in here, this is going to, again, give you a little bit of a boost. Before we look over at the exchange store, which of course is massive, you have to make sure you're picking out who you want. And of course, the key acquisition. Key acquisition in this one, super easy. It is the daily chest. So this is honestly the absolute easiest place as you're going through all of the dailies. You can see every floor is giving you 6 keys, which means we do get 30 keys in total every single day. For, I believe it is 12 days that we do receive those keys. We have 12 days if with drops. The event ends in 13 days. Now, one thing to note and really keep in mind, the very last 2 days of the Celestial Isle, you can do the redemption period. You can get you can reward or do the redemption in the exchange store, but you do not get any more keys. You cannot make any more advancement in the Isles themselves, meaning what you're stuck with, unless you go in here in the key acquisition and there is actually an event deal where you can go ahead and you could buy more keys with real money if you wanted to. The 99-cent deal, even the $5 deal, pretty good. When you get north of that, most players do not buy those deals anymore. Not really worth it. Now, the question comes, Celestial Offering. Now, this, of course, has a multitude of loot. Now, one thing that we've talked about a lot of times is when you look at the loot that is in the Celestial Offerings, they have not increased the amount of loot we can get in here, but they have increased the amount of items that are that come out of the shop, which of course means that even though you get the same reward items, you don't get the ability to pull other items. So they've kind of split the reward. So the big ones in here, guys, red chest. Now the emblem chests, really, really big, especially because of the plus 40 signature items. Down here, elemental cores, they're also going to be super important. They're going to be imperative for all of those awakened heroes that you're building out to the 60. And then, of course, we do have the beast in the baits. Baits, again, very important to build once you get to 18. Don't have to worry about it anymore, but you do get all of the beasts up to 18. Then, of course, we have the heroes. This is where, looking here, we have our regular heroes. Never ever buy a regular hero. It is not worth it. The cost return is not there. But then we start getting into the other heroes. So we have Wukong in here. Again, never buy. But looking at the heroes, we have Zafriel. You can see we have our tank right here, Celestial Tank. We have Leofric. And then we also do have Olgath. The heroes are not worth it at all. All of these heroes are older heroes. They are not any of the primary heroes. Now, the interesting one in here is Melion. So overall, with the Draconic hero and offering a Draconic hero, and this is kind of a question that we had earlier when we were doing the live stream, is as you can see, the Celestials and the Hypos are running 450 of your Antiquity Stones each. Melion, which is not quite as pristine, I would say, as the Celestials and Hypos, but in the Draconic faction is 450 as well. So they are very, very expensive when you're looking to get heroes. And honestly, I probably wouldn't choose any heroes out of here at all just because of the sheer cost. They are so expensive to get out of here because essentially when you're getting your resources out of here, getting 450 of your Antiquity Stones is going to allow you to probably get one more chest out of here. And again, Melion, knowing that we can pull with diamonds, we can pull with the scrolls. Overall, even looking at the Celestials and the Hypos that we have in here, these are older heroes, guys. I would not recommend choosing and really building any of those, which again, it goes back and really falls back to the baits, the cores, and of course, the red emblem chests are going to be the priority in here. Now, how do you really choose from there? What is going to be the priority? First priority, in my opinion, when it comes to this is the red chest. If you do not have your meta heroes up to that plus 30 signature item, not going to the 40, looking at the plus 30 signature item is going to be the priority. And then, of course, once you look at that, what meta heroes do you have built out, or what meta heroes need cores to go ahead and build to the 60? You'll get to a point in AFK Arena where you have a majority of your meta heroes built. You have the signature items on there. You have the engraving on there. That is where your baits are absolutely going to come in. Or you can do what I did. I went all out hog wild for baits. We bought all the baits out of all the events we could. After about 3 months, we got the beast all the way up to 18. Because pretty much what we were doing with the baits is we were power leveling the beasts as much as possible. And in addition, we did hop over to the store and we bought the baits out of the store as well. And this is another thing that I think some players might overlook, but looking at the store itself, we were buying the baits out of here. Are they expensive? Yes. Are they a lot of diamonds? Yes, absolutely. But I bought the baits for a while. I bought the cores for a while. And of course, we bought the arcane staffs for a while. So we've been kind of going back and forth. And then when it comes to our time emblem, 100% every single day you have to buy this. If you ever want to build the Awakened Heroes, you 100% again have to buy those in their entirety. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.